I want you to picture this. You're on a plane. Seatbelt tight. Engines humming like a distant storm. You lean your head against the cool plastic wall and stare out the window. Clouds drift below like torn cotton. The wing flexes gently in the wind. And there it is, that window, perfectly round, soft edges, no sharp corners. Now look around your house. Your door, square. Your TV, square. Your phone, square. Even skyscraper windows are square. So why, at 35,000 feet, does everything change? Why are airplane windows round, not square? It looks like a design choice, aesthetic, clean, modern. But here's the surprising truth. It's not about beauty, it's about survival. Today, we're uncovering why airplane windows are round, how air pressure nearly tore planes apart, and why one small shape change saved the entire aviation industry. To understand why airplane windows are round, we first have to look at what airplanes are really fighting against. Air, or more specifically, pressure. At ground level, the air pressing on your body feels normal, invisible, harmless. But climb to 35,000 feet, the air outside becomes thin, weak, almost nothing. Your body couldn't survive that. You'd lose consciousness in seconds. So airplanes do something incredible. They create a tiny artificial atmosphere inside the cabin. They pump air in. They seal it tight. They keep you comfortable, but that creates a massive problem. Inside the plane, high pressure. Outside the plane, low pressure. That difference is trying, constantly, to rip the airplane apart. Before engineers understood this fully, things went very, very wrong. Let's break it down. When a plane climbs, the pressure inside the cabin becomes much higher than outside. That difference pushes outward on every inch of the aircraft's skin. Think of it like blowing up a balloon. The air inside stretches the rubber evenly in all directions. Now, imagine cutting a square hole in that balloon. What happens? The stress concentrates at the corners. Corners are weak points. Round shapes spread pressure evenly. Sharp corners concentrate force. It's like walking in snow. If you wear snowshoes, your weight spreads out. You float. If you wear high heels, all your weight presses into one tiny point. You sink. Square windows act like high heels. Round windows act like snowshoes. And in aviation, tiny stress points can become catastrophic cracks. But here's the thing. Engineers didn't always know this. They had to learn the hard way. In the early 1950s, the world met its first modern jet airliner, the de Havilland Comet. It was sleek, fast, revolutionary, and it had square windows. Passengers loved it. Airlines loved it. But something strange started happening. Planes were breaking apart mid-air. No warning, no explosion, just sudden catastrophic failure. Investigators were baffled. So they did something unprecedented. They built a giant water tank. They submerged a Comet fuselage, and they repeatedly pressurized it over and over, simulating flights. Eventually, a crack formed, right at the corner of a square window. The repeated pressurization cycles, climb, descend, had slowly weakened the metal. Each flight added microscopic cracks, and those cracks grew, until the plane tore open. It wasn't sabotage. It wasn't pilot error. It was geometry. The sharp corners of square windows were concentrating stress. So, if that's true, why didn't engineers just make stronger metal? Here's where engineering gets clever. You could reinforce the metal around square windows. You could make it thicker, heavier. But heavier planes burn more fuel. More fuel means more cost. More cost means fewer profits. Airlines operate on razor-thin margins. So engineers had a choice: make planes heavier and expensive, or redesign the shape. Round windows solved the problem elegantly. No corners, no stress concentration, even pressure distribution. Stronger, lighter, safer, and once regulators understood the danger, safety standards changed worldwide. After the comet disasters, aviation authorities demanded stricter fatigue testing. Aircraft had to survive repeated pressurization cycles without cracking. Design wasn't just aesthetic anymore, it was regulated. Legal liability played a role too. If a design flaw could be proven, airlines and manufacturers faced enormous lawsuits, so the safest, most reliable solution became the industry standard. Round windows weren't optional, they were survival economics. But you might be wondering, if round is strongest, why aren't airplane bodies perfectly round? Good question. They actually are, mostly. The fuselage is shaped like a tube because a cylinder handles pressure evenly. It's the same reason submarines are rounded. Nature prefers curves under pressure. Sharp edges fail, smooth shapes endure, and airplane windows follow that same rule. Next time you're on a flight, look closer. The window isn't just one pane. It's multiple layers. There's an outer pane that handles pressure, an inner pane that protects the cabin, and a tiny hole in the middle layer. That small hole isn't a mistake. It's called a bleed hole. It allows pressure to equalize between layers, so the outer pane carries most of the stress. Even the tiny details are engineered around pressure control. Everything about that window exists for one reason: managing invisible force. Look carefully. They're not perfect circles, they're slightly oval. That shape aligns better with the curvature of the fuselage and maximizes viewing area while keeping stress evenly distributed. It's subtle, but intentional. Every millimeter matters when you're 7 miles above the Earth. Here's what's fascinating. Most passengers think airplane windows are round for comfort or design, but they're actually scars of a lesson learned. Every curve is a reminder of a time when engineers underestimated pressure, when geometry outsmarted metal, when small corners caused massive consequences. And here's the wild part. You need to sit inches away from that engineering decision every time you fly. Calm, relaxed, watching movies, drinking soda. Completely unaware that shape alone is helping hold the sky out. So, next time you're on a plane, don't look at that window as just a piece of plastic framing a nice view. See it as a shield, a solution carved from tragedy. A design, perfected by physics, a curve that keeps you alive. It's not decoration. It's engineering humility, a reminder that sometimes survival comes down to removing the corners. If this surprised you, hit like and subscribe for more hidden stories behind everyday things. Because the simplest details usually have the most surprising histories.